All right, guys, how are we doing? So, why this retrograde energy can be such a bitch. So, I did almost an hour and a half Cancer video, and it disappeared. It's not there anymore. I went to upload it because I had another video uploading, and it's gone. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So, it was a really good reading. It was about it was an emperor that I was picking up on that is a Cancer. He had a King of Cups that was a friend of his. Thought that this was his friend. At one time, they were quite the party goers, the buddies. Let's see, what do you call it? Bros before hoes. Yeah, that kind of a situation. Well, anyways, this King of Cups ended up getting very jealous, okay? Very jealous of this emperor, because this emperor was really starting to step into who he is, into his power, what he knows intuitively. This emperor was going inwardly, would go into hermit mode, and wasn't coming out and going out and about like he used to before. With this King of Cups. Well, that was making this King of Cups, kind of upset. Going, wait a minute. That's not how we roll. So because of this jealousy that this King of Cups had, this Emperor took a giant step back. He intuitively knew he had to take a step back. He stepped into his soul journey, his purpose. Spiritually, he knows that he's here for a reason, and it's a really big reason. Really big reason. This Cancer Emperor I picked up on, amazing reading. I'm so mad. I don't know what happened to it. But anyways, I have to sit here and tell you about it. Okay. So this Emperor decided to step up, get on his path, do what he's supposed to do, make the best of everything, but he knew that he had to shed his skin like a snake, and he had to transform. And in order to do that, he had to get rid of a lot of people, places, and things from the past that didn't serve him well, and he had to put up all these boundaries that he wasn't used to doing before. So in doing this, he had a lot of upset people. This emperor was probably raised around a lot of narcissistic people his whole entire life, and they knew how to rein him in. They knew how to control him. They knew how to manipulate him. They knew how to make him feel bad. They knew how to get this emperor to do exactly what they wanted. Okay? So this is a Cancer energy. I don't know who this emperor is. This person has been in my ear for a while now. I have, I get energies every once in a while that want me to read for them, want me to put their story out there. And it depends how I feel about it. And I have to talk to Spirit about it. I have to talk to my dad about it. I have to talk to my grandma about it. There's certain people that are not here anymore. I have to talk about it too. And so in doing this, I knew, because in the past when I've done this, when there's energies that want me to read for them or want me to get their story out, in the past, sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes it's like, oh, I bet you wished I didn't do that now, huh? Because a lot of people figure if I can tap into their energy, I'll tell, I don't know. I guess I don't know I don't understand what they're thinking. I guess they're thinking that something's going to, like, maybe the people that they partnered up with to come up against certain people in the collective, like, it won't come out, or that, like, we'll pick up something different. I don't know. I don't get it. However, I do know whoever this person is. Oh, it's on my face. That's weird. Anyways, I do know whoever this person is, this emperor that I was picking up on. He's a beautiful man. He's got a beautiful soul. It was at one point I was crying. I tapped in, and this person has been through a lot. Yeah, A lot. A lot of stuff similar to what I've been through. And I could feel this man's heartbreak. I could feel he doesn't want someone to hurt him again. He doesn't want to let people in his little bubble. He doesn't want a lot of... I just inhaled that smoke off the incense. He doesn't want to let a lot of people... He's afraid, okay? We'll just put it that way. He's afraid. And he's afraid because in the past when he would allow people in, when he would give people second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth chances, they stomped on him. They walked on him. They took full advantage of this man, okay? This man's a good man, okay? He didn't deserve the things that happened to him by a long shot, okay? He's very alone right now. This Cancer I picked up on, this Emperor energy, he's done a lot of shadow work. A lot of shadow work. He has gone inside and he has worked on himself like crazy. He's figured out the mistakes from the past that he made, and he's not doing redos on that by any means. He's very sad about the Empress that he was connected to, and he doesn't know what to do about that. So we hardly can pull, I could hardly pull on that energy. This Empress is on her path a lot further forward than he is. As long as he stays on this path and he stays going forward, whoever you are, you will catch up to her. As long as this King of Cups friend of his from the past was trying to set him back up. Yeah, this King of Cups from the past was trying to make it so that he would fall prey for that lustful energy again. He would get back into cycling with these past people and doing things in the past that didn't serve him. This Emperor has put up boundaries. He's like got a wall up. It's invisible and there's a shield and no one else can see it. But this is for his own protection. This is so that others can't attack him, come for him, pull him back down to their level. This Emperor is now vibing so high that people are actually falling away from him. But there's been a setup. There's been a plan to send some other feminine energies that are completely karmic, that are foul, disgusting, dirty. They'll do anything. They'll do anything for clout. They'll do anything for money. They'll do anything to be seen in the public eye, to be viewed as something that they're not. There's a doppelganger energy I picked up on that's trying to copy this Empress energy. Even though these people know that this masculine hasn't been around this Empress, he's been around a bunch of hoes and side chicks for far too long. He's been dabbling and messing around and playing with people, places, things that he ought not be, and so he's a little ashamed and embarrassed of that. But he's gone inward long enough into hermit mode. In fact, he's stayed far too long in that hermit mode. He needs to get out. You need to move forward, not backwards, but you need to come out of hiding. You need to let the public see you. He's meant to be world known. Whoever this Cancer Emperor is, he's meant to be world known. He's supposed to teach. He's supposed to have a practice of some sort. I don't know if it's spiritual. I don't know if it's religious. It could be none of those, but he just has a purpose to help with humanity, okay? To do good things. That's the bottom line here. This Emperor knows he's got a path, but he's supposed to be teaching something, okay? I believe it's spiritual, not religious. I could be wrong. He may have come from a religious background and want to take some of those teachings and incorporate it into a spirituality and just do something beautiful with that, okay? I don't know. He's the only one that knows. But I do know that this person has passed a lot of tests, okay? The universe, the devil, I think this person may have been wrapped up in some secret societies, or he got involved in a cult of some sign, or a group. It could just be a group or a gang or whatever you want to call it that he got involved with. And these people made promises to him. And I mean, a brighter future. You can have this, you can have that. You're going to go here, you're going to go there, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Well, he found out over a course of time that, yeah, no, this is lies. This is not the truth. These people have been yanking my chain for far too long. He's had red flags. His intuition's been screaming at him. The people from above are dumping feathers. They're running around, throwing numbers in front of him. Synchronicities, songs, smells even. I mean, just you name it. His passed on loved ones, his ancient ancestors, the ascended masters. I mean, everybody, he's got an army. I've got an army and he's got an army. And they up there just dumping shit down and going, you're not listening. Please pay attention. Pull your head out. We're talking to you up here. You know? They're trying so hard to help this person. I mean, we're talking really, really hard. They're trying to help. And he was like resisting, pushing away, going, oh, no, I didn't hear that. I just didn't see that. No. Well, something happened with this emperor. And it was really profound. He was put in a situation. And it involved his integrity and his dignity. And he didn't like it. No. He woke up and the light switch went off and realized, my God, I'm dealing with a group of people. And none of them, the elevator goes to the top. No, the elevator does not go to the top with any of these people. So this Cancer emperor decided, you know what? I'm going to go on my own. The show must go on. This is not my circus. These are definitely not my clowns. Okay. So he closed out the circus that he was involved in. Okay. And he moved on. Well, these people just took the circus and they moved it somewhere else. Okay? And they thought, and this King of Cups friend of his thought, well, we'll go away for a while. We'll ignore him. We're going to act like we're having a blast over here, having so much fun that he'll feel like he's missing out, that he's not a part of this. Okay? So this King of Cups would check in with this emperor every once in a while. And when they would talk, you know, he'd be all boastful. Oh my God, man. You should have seen it last weekend. You know, we were here or there. So-and-so was doing this. So-and-so was doing that. And, you know, whatever their old behavior patterns were that they all did together. Now this King of Cups was like blowing up, making it twice as big so that this emperor he thought he was making this emperor feel like he was truly missing out on a good time and having fun with all these people. So, this emperor just is like, wait a minute. Yeah, he went inward, went back into hermit mode and thought about this for a long time. He's like, you know what? I'm not missing out on a damn thing. I'm not missing out on hangovers. I'm not missing out on STD or STI scares. I'm not missing out on wondering if that last girl that I had the hots for or I was all Twitter pated about, is she lying to me? Is she not? I mean, the list goes on and on of all the different types of things that he realized. No, I'm not missing out. This is chaos. This is confusion. And this is illusions. This is people that backstab each other, but they really don't have each other's back. This is people that talk mad, crazy shit on each other. But then when that person comes and shows up, oh, we've missed you. We've loved you. Oh my God, we can't wait to see you. Oh, we're so happy you're here with us today. Okay? This person knows. So he figured all this out. So he just took a ginormous step back. And everybody in this little group thought, well, we'll just leave him alone. He'll miss us. He'll miss having a good time. So we'll just post lots of pictures and different things on social media so he feels left out. We'll make sure that we post certain comments, certain things to even make him feel that much more, left out and not a part of things. So they did. And all it did was push him away, because he's not stupid. He's a very intelligent man, whoever this was I tapped into. This is not a stupid person by any means. He realized what they were all doing because he's working with spirit. He's working with other people on the other side, and they were telling him, they were warning him, letting him know, no. You definitely are listening. You're doing the right thing. Stay inward. Well, the longer he stayed inward and he didn't participate with the people, he started to create towers that he wasn't doing on purpose. But the more that they kept trying to interfere with his healing, the more that these people, Meg, go get me your bone. The more that these people tried to interfere with what he had going on with himself, the harder they would try to make him feel less than, the more it's going, Spirit's going, listen up. And he was getting the call, okay? He was getting it. And the longer and the more separated, the more healed he became, the more he went inward, the more that he took responsibility for his part with these people and forgiving himself. I mean, I think that's probably the hardest thing to do. That's been one of the hardest things for me to do with certain people that I've been involved with off and on throughout my life that ended up to be just horrible, okay? Self-destructive. Didn't think that in the beginning, or of course you would have never entered into that relationship with this person. But when it ends, going, oh my God, what did I just do? What did I do? And what did I do to my own kids? And then you have to forgive yourself. And that's hard, because then you'll remember the people in the past that said, well, that was dumb, or I told you not to date that person, or I told you not to get with that person. But at the time, it seemed perfect, okay? It seemed like the right thing. It felt right. And so you took that leap of faith. But when it all blows up and the tower comes down and your whole life is dismantled before your eyes, you have to go, wow, this is my fault. I got with this person. So finding forgiveness for yourself is first. And then once you can forgive yourself, you can go ahead and forgive the others that have hurt you and come against you. So that was really hard for me. And I know that this person struggled with this as well, because he went in and out of hermit mode. He'd go back every once in a while, hang out and visit these people, and he'd test the waters. This emperor did, okay? This King of Cups could be very motivating. I don't know, that's not the right word. More manipulative. This King of Cups knew how to manipulate this emperor. There was moments when I was tapping into energy that I could feel this King of Cups admired this man, adored this man, considered this man to be one of his best friends. But then it took kind of like a lethal turn, because then this adoration, this looking up to this person became jealousy, envy. It became a competition. Okay. So when these narcissists couldn't keep this emperor under control, and for the longest time they did have him under control. They had him in party mode. They had him in Captain Save-A-Ho mode. They had him loving super sluts, nothing better than, I guess, a woman shows up. She's got a drive-through open between her legs. She comes installed with a mattress on her back. And Plan B in her purse. What more could you ask for, right? What more could you ask for? This emperor got tired of hanging around people that all they did was party and screw each other. Right? There was no substance to this. It got boring. Yeah, in the beginning it was fun. But then he's like, I'm too old for this. This is not a legacy I want to leave my kids. This is not what I want to be remembered by, Hey, I date the girl that she can do the beer bong in 2 seconds flat. And she can suck a golf ball through a garden hose like no other. Yeah. Yeah. No, he realized that's not the person I want to take the Christmas Eve or Thanksgiving with my family. This is not the person that I want to be around my children. No, no, no. He realized that real quick. Then he started picking up on all the different female figures in his life and found out that these weren't faithful friends. They weren't even faithful girlfriends. These people didn't have fruitful souls. They're actually pretty dumb. I mean, the only thing they had in common was being crazy, having a good time, and getting wild and nuts, taking their clothes off. That's about it. This emperor realized, oh my God, this is like dynamite. You know, it's like, you know, I remember there was a show called Hogan's Heroes when I was a kid, and I remember there's this scene, I can't remember who it was that was running through, they were trying to get to the other side, and it's like, you know, they have the trenches, they have the minefields out there, and the guy's running, he's like, and dynamite and IEDs, they're all going off, bombs and shit everywhere, and he's running as fast as he could go. Spirit showed me that image when I was doing that reading and telling me that this is what his life felt like when he was hanging out with this group of people. He was always dodging drama. He was always trying to get out of chaos. There was all these men and women that were pulling him into things that, frankly, it wasn't his business. And he didn't want to be a part of it, but they were pulling him into the center of all of it. Every stinking bit of it. They wanted him to be the center of all of it. And he was sick of it. Sorry, I had to bend down. There was cards that fell down. He was tired of it. He didn't want to partake in this anymore. He was over it. But these people decided, no, you're not going to be done. We'll tell you when it's going to be done. I don't know if this emperor energy, if he signed a contract in blood with some secret society, fraternity, gang, cult. I don't know. But he got involved in something that he knew after he did it, it was a big mistake. But then he stayed because he kept telling himself, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll work out. You know, I'm smart. I can leave at any time. Well, that's not how that worked. It changed real quick. The fun ended real fast. The same mundane things every weekend, doing over and over with these same people, okay? I think he got tired of being the guy in the bathroom holding the 20-year-old, 30-year-old hair up while she's puking in the toilet and then laying on the ground crying about her last boyfriend. I just think that got old, you know. I think he realized real quick that half of these women that he was hanging out with, abortion, plan B, is birth control. You know, how about just closing your damn legs? How about that? You know, how about not being a slut? How about that? I think that didn't give him a good feeling. I'm pretty sure he had a couple, you know, things happen that didn't show these people in a good light. And it made him feel really awful about his integrity, his dignity, his character. I mean, I think the longer he hung out with these people, he realized, oh my God, people are going to relate me to this person. People are going to think I'm just like this person. People are going to think that this person and I are very similar. Well, then he started to notice that this King of Cups was starting to doppelgang him. Not to mention that there was a feminine energy that was doppelganging this Empress that he was once in love with, okay? I don't know what happened because this Empress's energy, she kept it far away. I couldn't tap into it. And I didn't even try because I didn't want to, because Spirit asked me not to in order to protect this person, okay? Whoever this Empress was, she had been put through hell too. And she turned and walked away from this man, okay? She didn't want to, but she did. Spirit showed it to me. When she walked and turned away, big crocodile tears and a broken heart. But she knew she had to in order to save herself. She knew this group of people that he hooked up with was bad for him. But she knew if she said anything, she stayed around, she tried to influence him in a different direction that would be more positive for him. She knew he wouldn't listen. No, he wouldn't listen. She knew it would drive him in that direction much faster. And this Empress was smart enough to realize that this is his journey. It's not mine. These are his decisions, not mine. All I could feel was there was great love from this Empress for this masculine. There was so much love that she walked away. It made me cry. It really made me cry because I could feel his broken heart. He lied to these people and let them think that he didn't care for her. He didn't have feelings for her anymore. And the whole time he would hang out with these people, he yearned for her. He ached for her. The only way for him to get by during this time was literally to drink himself to death. I don't know who this person is. But it broke my heart. And here I go again. These two people loved each other a lot. And they let each other go. They let each other go because of other people's influences. This Empress was really strong, and she knew if she didn't walk away, he wouldn't stick up for her. He wouldn't stick up for the relationship. So she walked. She turned around, held her head high, and she walked away. Whoever this masculine was, it broke his heart. It broke his heart horribly. He self-destructed. He went backwards. He wasn't feeling good about himself. So he went into hiding. He'd had enough. He'd had enough. He realized that being around these people drove the one person that loved him the most away. The one person that he knew would never hurt him. The one person that he knew would get him on a deep, deep level that no one else would get him. And he let this person go. And so he became kind of bitter and resentful. And he went into hiding and he stayed away from everybody. And he came out, like I said a couple times, to test the waters and to see, you know, what was really going on out there. Because he'd missed a lot for a while. He had to. But when he went inward, he realized that part of her purpose in his life was to get him on his path. Whether he and her ever ended up back together or not. And this was the part that I think broke my heart the most. This emperor knew that he had to get back on his path for his family. And he wanted to make this Empress proud, whether they got back together or not ever. He made a promise to himself that one day she'll know that he pulled his head out of his ass and he went forward whether they ever end up together or not. He did follow his heart. And he watched her, whoever she is and what she does. He watches her, from what the Spirit kept telling me. She's a great source of inspiration for him. And so he's gone forward. This King of Cups doesn't want to give up because there's a lot of lies that have been told. There's going to be some legal legalities. This Emperor holds a lot of power. I don't know who he is, but he's going to bring justice forward. His Empress was a Libra. I do know that. She was a Libra. I hate it when I pick up on how bad people feel. It breaks my heart. He's going to get justice for her too, because there's a bunch of people that did a lot of bad things to this feminine energy that she didn't deserve. I so understand this. That's why I think it's making me, I'm feeling all this, because it's very similar to a lot of things that have happened to me, but I've had no one really to stick up for me other than my kids. This Emperor's going to get justice for his divine feminine, his Empress, whether they ever get back together or not. He made a promise. She doesn't even know this, but he made a promise. He made a promise that he would fight for justice for her, because everything he put her through when they parted and they went their own ways, he basically made her feel unloved, unworthy, stupid, full of it. Right, Ben? Yeah, huh? So he's gonna make this right. I don't know. I don't know if this man went back and practiced law, and he's got a degree in that. I don't know if he's hired a lawyer. I don't know what he's done, but he's going to bring justice in. And I could feel this energy of, you know what? Oh, he knows now everything. Everything these people were hiding in the past, that they were all trying to keep secret from him, and that they didn't want him to know about. All the things. He had no idea that this was a plan that was hatched behind his back a long time ago. A long time ago. So he was a target. And so was the Empress that he was with. They were both targets. And so someone made this very clear to him up in the ethers, a passed on loved one, or I was being told it was a passed on loved one that he's finally learned how to connect to, and he trusts. This Emperor finally realized that he can't trust his friends. He can't trust a lot of people in his family, and that he needed to believe in this connection. Like I said earlier, they were trying to make him listen. They were trying to let him know they cared. They're trying to let him know that they're there. They were sending clues, I mean, just in droves at him. And finally he got it. He realized, oh my God, they're trying to help me. They love me. They want to talk to me. And so he tapped in. Once he tapped in, it was made very clear to him what went on. He was shown what went on that he was not aware of, that he was not privileged to. And it made him sick to his stomach what he found out about these people. And then he realized not one of these people was ever for him. Not one of these people ever had his back. No, none of them. They were just jealous and envious of this man, and they wanted to use him. They knew he had a divine soul. They knew he had a bigger job than they did on this earth. They knew that he was gifted and extra special. So when he was hanging around with these people, they were constantly tapping into his energy and sucking the life out of him. This masculine energy probably didn't realize all the time when he felt extra drained, extra tired. It was because of them. He didn't know about black magic. He didn't know about voodoo. He didn't know about death spells. He didn't know about all this crap that they were doing behind the scenes, and they were using his energy to harvest off of, to use for the benefit of themselves, okay? Once this masculine figured this out and he knew what they were doing behind the scenes and what was going on, he was astonished. He couldn't believe it. Then he went into another depression and he crawled back into his hermit mode again. Because why? Because he couldn't believe what he didn't pick up on. He couldn't believe what he didn't see. Because why? He chose not to. Okay? Whenever he was having red flags, whenever spirit angels, guides were going, da, 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 like it's here, bing, bing, bing. He was going, no, 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 no. And somebody would be going, have another drink, have another hit, have another line, whatever it was, okay? Whatever it was, pop another pill. I don't know. But there was a lot of things that went on that these people would do to heighten his sexual awareness, to heighten his lust, to put him in that devil energy. He may have been poisoned several times and didn't know it. They could have used the date rape drug in his drinks and he wasn't even aware of it. Okay. But the spirit showed him. Okay. The universe showed him. His passed on loved ones gave him a glimpse into the past. And then gave him a glimpse into the future. And when they gave him a glimpse into the future, he got to see that it could be beautiful again. And he has one last chance that he can be with that person that he was meant to be with. But he had to catch up to her. He had to get it into high gear. He had to go in and figure out, why do I do these things? Why do I act this way? Every time I feel like I'm healing, I go backwards. Well, he figured out he was healing to a certain point and then he couldn't handle it. And so he would get triggered. And when he would get triggered, he would retaliate. Not on purpose, but there were certain people that would trigger him. And then instead of fixing that or realizing why that hurt so bad or why is that making me feel that way, whoever that trigger came from, he'd retaliate on that person. So then he'd get back in the cycle again. Okay? It's a dance vanger. So, anyways, as we were getting to the end of the deck, this masculine has gone his own way. He's cut these people off. He's blocked certain people. He won't allow certain people in his life. He's very much a lone soldier right now, a spiritual warrior on his own, and he's fine with this. He knows he's not alone. It's just he hasn't found his tribe yet. I don't think this masculine wants to work again in a group of people after what they did to him. I think he's kind of shying away from like finding a new group of people, even if they're like-minded like him. I kind of feel like he's like, I'll do this by myself. I think he wants to master a lot of things. He knows he has a mission, and he knows if he has to do it, he'll do it alone. I understand this 100%. I've never been a cliquey person. I've never, even in high school, junior high, I had girlfriends, and I was everybody's friend at school. I knew everybody. I was, if you were nice to me, I'd be nice to you. I didn't care if you were a jock. I didn't care if you were a nerd. I didn't care if you hung out in the back parking lot crew. I didn't care. As long as you were a good person and you were nice and kind, I wanted to be your friend. I stuck up for a lot of people that nobody would stick up for. I've done that my whole life. I love people that love other people. It's super simple. We make it difficult, okay? Us. I don't choose to be around those types of people anymore. People in my life, either people love me or they hate me. There's really no in between when it comes to me. And I figured out the people that end up usually hating me, it's a jealousy thing. It's an envy thing. It's them trying to compete with me or measure up or feel like I'm intimidating them and I don't try to do it. It's just that person's got a lot of insecurities that they need to work out with themselves. And instead of doing that, they project that bullshit onto you. I've chose in the last couple of years to just step away from a lot of people. I love to spend time with my kids. I enjoy spending time with my oldest son and his girlfriend. I enjoy spending time with my youngest son and my daughter. And my dogs. And I have certain friends that I won't mention their names because people try to attack my friends too. you learn, though, when you step into your power and you step into your journey, you become a target. And so then you become very protective over your personal space, your personal time. And then the few people that you will allow yourself to be around, you become very protective over them as well. I've had more people try to use me, abuse me, and put me in situations that are not beneficial to either one of us. And so I don't allow that. I won't do that with people anymore. I don't cycle with people like that toxically anymore. I just don't. I don't. So I have found out, my son and I were talking about this last night. I'm bringing this up because this Emperor energy has now found out he used to have a lot of female friends. Well, so I used to have a lot of masculine friends. But I have come to realize that most of them end up falling in love with me. And then when I make it clear from the get-go, we will only be friends. It'll never be anything different. They don't care. They will still, they'll believe that some way, somehow down the line, eventually, I'll change my mind. I don't. I never do. I don't roll like that. So I've lost a bunch of masculine friends in the last year, and they've chose to go out and talk mad crazy shit about me because they can't handle the fact that we're not going to ever be romantically involved. And I never told you from the get-go we would. We always said we would just be friends. And if you can't handle that, well, guess what? Then we won't be friends. But they tell you, no, we can be friends, blah, blah, blah. And then they start crossing their boundaries with you. They start, getting too close into your bubble. They start to make little shitty-ass comments that are jabs. And you're like, wait a minute. If you're my friend, you wouldn't be saying that or doing that or acting like that. So then you go, okay, well, I'm going to have to, push you away. I'm going to have to deal with you at arm's length. We are going to be friends, few in between, far and further than we ever were. And then they don't like that. So then it gets reversed because they feel rejected. So then they start to make up lies and stories about you and tell untruths so that they can get people on board with them that you're a giant asshole, okay? Or in my case, you're a giant bitch. Then they turn it into that you're the user, you're the abuser. And then if that doesn't work and people don't listen, well, then they'll throw your kids in there, okay? They'll throw your kids in there and they'll create stories and crazy things that aren't true. So this masculine energy thought, okay, well, if I can't have romantic friendships, I'm going to have just friends, girlfriend friends, not friends I sleep with, not like what do you call it? Friends with benefits. Okay? Now, we're not gonna do the friends with benefit thing. So this emperor tried that. Well, all these women fell in love with him because he's obviously a good-looking man. He's a charmer. He's funny. He's smart. This emperor, when he walks in a room, people know he's there. Okay? People gravitate to this man, whoever he is. He's a natural born charm. He's a snake charmer. He just has that ability. I don't know, but he does, Spirit said. So, anyways, he thought, okay, I'll just hang out with girlfriends. That's safe. I love these specific girls. I have a really good time with them. And these girls, oh, yeah, we can do this. Don't you worry. Yeah. Well, yeah, that turned to be like, like the lead balloon. These women, he'd get around them, start hanging out with them, and then he'd be drinking with them. And then, man, next thing he knows he's going into the bathroom, he's coming out, and they're standing there naked or in a G-string, or standing there with a vibrator. I don't know. I mean, Spirit showed me all these crazy things, but, a banana between their legs. I don't know. They're just crazy stuff that they were trying to entice him, come out of the bathroom, candles lit, a stack of porn. I don't know. But whatever they thought that they could entice this man with, okay? I don't know why they were telling me those weird things, but anyway. Spirit says they're low, down low. These women, they were at the point that they knew their group was losing him. They all lost their grip on him. So they were desperate to take any measures to keep him. Well, he figured it out. It actually was turning his stomach. It didn't make him want to stay friends. It didn't make him want to engage further with these people. It actually pushed him further away. So then he's like, I can't even be friends with these girls. I can't. I mean, this would be like, he'd wake up in the morning and go hanging out, and they would have to sleep on the couch. He'd wake up in the morning and they're in bed next to him naked. And he's going, wait a minute, what happened? I didn't invite you into my bed. Oh, you didn't? Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. You told me you wanted me to. And he'd be like, no, I didn't. So this got to the point where this masculine had to start cutting off all these women. Well, these women started to get crazy on him, okay? They started to feel rejected. Oh, now I can't be your friend. Oh, now you can't be my friend. So what happened to him? Same thing that happened to me. They started making up things that weren't true. They started making up lies. They started creating scenarios that never happened. It was drama. It was chaos. And he's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not doing this. I am not taking part in this by any means. So he walked away, closed himself off from everyone once again, dove deep down inside and realized, you know what? I can't even be friends with any of these people in this group. That's not even safe anymore for me. So he took a giant step back for quite some time. They went on their little merry way too. Well, they started to ignore him. They all just stayed in that toxic cycle, toxic patterns that they were all in, found new victims to victimize, and he went on his way. Well, this King of Pentacles, King of Cups energy decided, I'm going to check in on my Emperor and see, what's he been up to? So this Emperor decides, I'm going to check in on this King of Cups. And he's like, holy shit. He's been busy. He has been busy. And we haven't been busy. But he's been busy. Oh, we can't have this. Oh no. We got to reel him in, So they went back to the drawing board. Okay, we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to figure this shit out, man. We got to put a halt to this. We got to stop this. I mean, he may divulge some of the things about us, I'm sorry, I just got a message that came up over my phone. It's a confirmation on what I just said. This masculine didn't care anymore. No, he didn't. And he started diving into who he was, and he was having some fun. And he realized, this is the direction I'm supposed to go. This is the path I'm supposed to take. Somewhere this is going to lead me back to my Empress. And even if my Empress and I don't get back together, I'm going to get to go talk to her one day, and I'm going to be proud. And I'm going to be able to stand in front of her with integrity and my dignity attached. And I will get to apologize to this woman, and I will tell her how sorry I am. And hopefully she'll take me back. So that was the message that I channeled. The cards that came out. I do want to let you know, Emperor, there's two feminine energies that they're going to send towards you. This group. They believe that enough time has gone and passed that you will fall prey. They've been working like crazy in the background. And I know what you know that they do, because you used to hang out with them. So now you know everything that they used to wield and craft and work on to others. They've been doing it as a group to you. There's an individual that's going to come in very lustful, that you used to have a thing for. They feel that they've cleaned her up, tuned her up. leveled her up to be more attractive, and you will be tempted to fall to her prey. Now, if that doesn't work, they have a gal to come in that has an opportunity to serve up to you. It's enticing. It involves money. It involves your life path. It involves your plan. But just know there's ulterior motives behind this. Okay? This woman's going to come in with a blend of an opportunity, and she will appeal more to the nurturing side of you, the loving, kind side of you, the side of you that is more homebody-ish, more family-oriented. She's not. No, not by any means. This is just to get you. Once you hook, line, and sinker, she'll switch the bitch back to the bitch that she is. So just know there'll be a mask. These women will enter your energy, and you will know immediately how toxic they both are. You will know immediately that you don't let them touch you. Don't let them get near you. Do not let them in your home. Don't let them in your car. Just politely say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. Don't give them any information. They're going to try they want to get you to go out. Don't drink a drink with them. Don't eat any food with them. And do not engage, and don't give them any information. If you really have to give them information that'll lead them in a different direction. But I already know you know that. So with that being said, you're on your path. I know you're a little scared. I know this has been hard for you. I know you've been through a lot like I have. Just know you're very loved. You're very admired, and you're very adored from everybody up above. They're very proud of you. You're one of the few that's been able to do this. So please stay on track. And don't let these people get you back off your path. I believe in you. I don't even know you. But I can feel you. I can feel your energy. I can feel your soul and your essence. And you have an amazing energy signature. It's very powerful. It's very loving, kind, and compassionate at the same time. Just don't let these people get near you. If you close out this last cycle with them through the retrograde, they won't be able to touch you. Okay? The retrograde is going to end on the 18th. Then we go into post-retrograde. That lasts about 7 to 10 days. They know that you know about retrograde energies. They know you know about moon cycle energies. So just know, they know when they're going to try to send them back in towards you. You're strong enough to put blockages in their way, obstacles. They can't touch your energy. You've leveled up so high that where you work in so the 5D has many levels, and they can't touch you spiritually. That really bothers them. They can't fight you spiritually because you're not there where they're at. Okay, when people vibe so low, they don't get to level up with the rest of us spiritually. So at some point, we will level up to a place that people can't touch us. So they can go in the 5D and search around all they want. They'll run in. So this is how good Spirit is. Spirit will clone us. In the 5D. When we've left the 5D, because we're doing our work and we've gone up and we've ascended. So they'll clone us, and they'll put another person in the 5D that these people think they're fighting. It's hilarious. These people think they're coming into contact with you, and that's not you. Yeah, it's funny. It's really funny. So I laugh because there's a group that loves to attack me, and it's fucking hilarious, actually, because they're just fighting themselves and something that doesn't really exist. Yeah, so it's a lot of money. It's a lot of time wasted, and they will get zero results. It's just like they're casting on themselves. So Spirit has provided an empty vessel for them that they think is me. And they go hook, line, and sinker every time. That's how dumb these people are, okay? And then they'll go hire people, okay? Practitioners, voodoo doctors, other physicians, and when I say physicians of the dark arts, and these people, they think they're all powerful because they work in the dark arts, and they think they're actual magicians, warlocks, high priest, high priestess, different things. There's all kinds of terminology. They can only go so far energetically. So when you ascend, I don't care how many levels, demonic levels, dark levels they've achieved. It's like the Freemasons, okay? There's a giant group of demonic Freemasons out there. There's a group here in Utah. They're located in Ogden. I call them the Glee Club. It's a group of men. They're morons. Anyways, my great-grandfather, he was head potentate. Chapter in Ogden. Okay? None of you will find him. I know a bunch of you have tried. He doesn't have the same last name as me, you idiots. So, anyway, he was one of the good guys. He was a Shriner, too. Okay? He wasn't any of these pathetic Masons. Ban, please hold on. Okay? Yaya's almost done. Anyways, my point about all of this is you're vibing, Emperor, so high. I don't care who they hire. I don't care what they pay to come against you. They're not going to touch you as long as you stay away from them and you stay in the present, in the now, and you stay in Emperor mode. As long as you stay in Emperor mode and you're all those kings in the deck and you're mastering it, there's nothing they can do to you. Especially when you hold the light, okay? When you hold the light. My suggestion would be to you to help fight these people and to help heal yourself at the same time. Learn Reiki. Go get some certification in that. Okay? That will help you so much. You'll be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 steps